everybody, my name is Nix Marikuma. I am the owner of Marikuma Healing, and today we are going to be doing Sagittarius 2025 year reading. All right, I know that I have been lacking on posting anything new, so I'm sorry about that. Okay, I'm going to be posting a lot since TikTok has been banned, and where I'm at is important for you guys to use VPNs, okay? Not just because they don't allow you to do things they do. It's just that it protects your phone and your devices from getting hacked, okay? And last time I didn't do it with a VPN, I got all my phone, my accounts, everything taken out because somebody decided just to hack it all. So instead of having to rebuild everything from ground one again, decided VPN is the best way to go. Now, that being said, for those of you guys who follow me on TikTok, I apologize that I didn't get to do all the videos that I'm supposed to be doing there. However, the good news is that a lot of the videos I would be doing on Instagram or TikTok, I do on YouTube, okay? So I finished up all the general readings, so you guys are welcome to watch that if you want. And we are doing the 2025 year readings. By February, we should be done and focusing on more of love readings, future spreads, soulmates, and things of that nature, okay? Now, that being said, if you guys are interested in having your one-on-one reading with me, right, just giving me a shot or a chance, or you like what I do, and you want to have one for yourself or for you and your partner, right? February's coming up. And mine special is for 3 regular card readings, any of your choosing. That is not year related. If I don't have to read about what a year is supposed to be, what its meaning of it, and what goes on here, what started there, whether it's past or future years or present. Other than that, it can be anything or all things that you guys would like me to read, okay? I also have 2 palms. So for $27, both hands, whether it's you and your partner or just your hands in general, and 3 regular card readings for $27. I have Airtel and I have Zelle. If you're interested in having counseling and advice, I am not a certified counselor, but I do have experience counseling and helping other people get into a better place, make them feel a little bit more safer, and just have healthy boundaries for you guys to have, tools to use for any life occasions and situations. Monthly is $20. Weekly is $6. So if you guys want to try it out, you can try a weekly for $6. Pick the time and date, and we'll work through that. Whatever we talk about in our sessions, which will be about an hour. So each counseling and advice session lasts for an hour, okay? No longer, no less. And if you guys would want more, then that's okay too. Again, $6 weekly, $20 monthly. And for regular readings, if you don't want the 27, you just want 1, depending on what it could be for me to read with my cards, it can be either $20 or $6, okay? If it's a shorter reading, it will be $6. If it's a bit longer, like a general or monthly reading, future spread, mental, emotional, and spiritual, because those take about 30 minutes or so to do, then that can be $20. If you don't want to have $27 for 3 card readings and a palm, you want me just to read one of your hands or both. 1 palm is $6, 2 palms is $20, okay? Now, that being out of the way, we can finally get started with this reading. Saggies, I'm going to let you guys know ahead of time now. I have done the reading before, but I messed up on the video, so I memorized all of it up to your January, okay? Now, 2024 Saggies, we're supposed to teach you about victimization and giving up. This is due to lack of organization, intelligence, and cleverness. Now, before you guys come after me being like, what do you mean lack of intelligence? Are you saying that we're dumb? No, I'm saying that you guys are smart, but you guys weren't organized. Whatever got you in the victimization, whatever got you hurt, whoever made you feel small, whatever anger and discomfort you have within yourself or towards other people, you didn't organize it out. You weren't practicing on healing and taking things one day at a time. sometimes when we're uncomfortable or when we're in pain, right? We tend to run and hide and avoid because we're not comfortable, we're not happy, and it can be a big problem later on. You need to be able to go over there and be like, okay, this happened, I didn't like it, but this is how I can go over there and feel a lot better with myself and other things. Okay? That's my lemongrass smudge. I love burning essence sticks and things, but since I have a garden, I guess you can say I can make my own bundles, my own little smudge bundles. Now, because you're not organized and you're not using your mind to get yourself neat and be able to tackle the things that are making you uncomfortable, right? It's messing with you. And how you can go over there and be able to work through that is being able to understand yourself a little bit deeper and move and organize. Okay, so I'm going to tackle this problem first. When I was with this person, they made me feel this way. Okay, and I felt this way because I felt betrayed. I felt betrayed because, you know, they should have done this, but they did this instead. Whatever is hurting you guys, work on letting it go. Give up on things that are not working for you, that are making you feel small, helpless, not strong enough, not perfect. What will people think? And that and the third, okay? Don't give up on yourself, but give up on toxic situations and things that make you feel small. They're not worth your time, okay? And this is something that I have had to learn, especially for these last 2 weeks, okay? Because there are some people that do not appreciate my work, okay? Let's just say it like that. They think that just because I do spirituality or that I do witchcraft and things of that nature, right? That I am a bad person, that I am doing these evil things, and I can't go over there. Like, here's the thing. The reason why I'm telling you guys this is because I don't want you guys to feel like you have to be somebody you're not. Be with people who are worth your time, who accept you. 2024 wanted you to be able to let go of the old, bring in the new, and work on what's making you feel this way, what's hurting you, what's making you feel small, and how to let it go and move on to becoming more healthy, okay? Now, with your job and your finance, we're tackling these two in both goes, all right? Nightmare, worry, problem, and guilt is for your job. You are not enjoying your job. There's no romance and new friendship there. It's kind of making you feel drained, okay? You're not being able to, like, basically for your job, it's emotionally and probably mentally very draining. Some of you guys are not enjoying your job like you should, and it is not making you feel like you are supposed to be. Sorry. I have to charge my phone really quickly. Okay, coming back. Sorry, guys. But anyways, for your job, right? You are not feeling like you can connect with people, and it's just not somewhere where you want to be, okay? When you're having no romance and new friendship, it just means that you're not loving what you're doing. You can't connect with people. And you may just feel like it's just draining you emotionally because emotions and empathy was the outcome for your job, which is represented by the Queen of Hearts. When you're having nightmare, worry, problem, and guilt, this normally means that you're stressed out. You're stressed out, you're overthinking. Because you're stressed out and overthinking, you're not being able to sleep, you're having nightmares. You feel guilty because you want to be able to do your job, but you don't like what you're doing. And also, the Two of Hearts was in both your job, your finance, and your family, as well as your spiritual. Okay? So anyways, we're going to get into your spiritual much later on. But you guys need to tie into what you have passions for. What kind of job does Sagittarius really want? What job do you guys really want? The ones who do not like your jobs, I'm talking to you guys. Now, the ones who love your jobs, but your work environment is stressful and you don't know what to do about that, right? I'll come to you guys later. But the ones who have a job who don't like it, the work environment's terrible, the money is not enough, it's stressful all around, I have to do all the work, everything relies on me, I can't go and ask for people for help. When I ask for them for help, it doesn't work out. What do you have for me now, psychic lady? Well, the psychic lady going to tell you what she thinks, all right? Firstly, get a new job. And before somebody goes over there, I can't get a new job, this is all that I have. Work on the job that you have right now. Okay, because you don't know how long it's going to take for you to get the second job. Okay, now write down your living expenses in paper. Okay, for example, this is my paper, this is my pen. I write down from rent, all of the things that I have to pay every month. Okay, and you're going to look for a job that's going to pay you more than enough hourly. Please, guys, if you can, do not get a job that pays you monthly, because monthly means from the 1st to the 30th or the 31st or the 28th, depending if it's 29th or 30th, if it's January or whatever. I'm sorry, February, right? Because we have that leap year thing. Make sure that you're paid enough. Make sure that it comes to where you can be able to pay off all your bills and things. Okay, look up on the work environments. Some jobs will pay you more than enough, but the work environment is ugly. Some people have great work environment, but the money is not enough for you to be in there. You love what you do, you're happy about it, but it doesn't pay you enough and it causes you a lot of problems. My thing is that if your job is stressing you out, there has to be something that's going on in there that you just aren't dealing with or that you don't like. Okay? We all have our jobs that sometimes stress us beyond our reasons, and that really makes us ask and question life in general. But get another job if you can. Now, before you jump onto finding a new job thing, have the job that you're working on right now. So that way you can transition into the new job. Because unless you're able to stay with family or friends or a loved one, be able to build yourself up, go after what you want, then you're going to be stuck without any home, without any ways of paying your bills, and it's just going to be a lot of stress, okay? Follow what makes you happy. If people, here's the thing, not everybody's going to appreciate what you do. Believe and receive, I understand. I do. Not everybody's going to appreciate the things that I do for my job, right? For my business. And that's okay. Not everybody needs to know what I do all the time. If they're your loved ones and they're your families and they really do care, they will accept you. Now, if you know without a shadow of a doubt that they can't accept you for what you want to be or who you want to be or whatever that it is, then you may have to consider yourself either hiding who you are from the people that you consider your family or cutting off communication in total. Cutting communications off of loved ones and people is hard. Make sure that if that's the route that you're going to take, make sure it's worth it. Okay? Some people just don't understand different things. Whether it be due to culture, whether it be due to belief, whether it be done to how they're raised, whatever it may be. Okay? There's a lot of shady things that I don't know, man. Just sometimes families don't understand what you would like them to, and it doesn't mean that they're bad people. It just means that they're not at that level of understanding yet. Now, if they're toxic and abusive and they're using you and abusing you, let them go. It's okay to drop people who are not meant for you, but it's not an easy thing to do. Is it a necessary thing to do? It is a necessary thing to do, if that is the path you choose to take. All right. Now, with finance, again, you need to be organized. You need to make sure that if you are going to start saving money, be disciplined about it. Okay. When it comes to finance and when it comes to jobs. Okay. So for those of you guys who are a little confused about what your job outlook is, you heard about the stress and the worry and all that, but what about it? Like, what is it? I just heard you yapping about things. Long story short, Get a job that you like doing. If you like the job that you're doing right now, you are going to need to communicate and talk to people about how you're feeling. If you're in Sagittarius, if you're the kind of person that has to manage everybody and you're doing all the work by yourself, you're doing your job and somebody else's job and that person's job, tell them that you're not out here to do their job, that they should be, adults and do their own business, and that if you need help, you're happy to help them, but you are not going to be doing all their work. And if you need help and assistance yourself, ask for teamwork. Get the people who can help you out, guys. Don't be doing everything by yourself because you're scared to look small in front of others. All right? Now with finance, organization and moving quickly. Organization and moving quickly is also in your spiritual. This is also for your family. This is also for your love. This is also for, I believe it was also for the job as well, but yeah, it was for love, family, friends, and spiritual, as well as finance. Okay, so it's 5 times that this thing popped up. So when it comes to organization moving quickly, I plan it out, I act on my plan. Okay, I plan it out and I act on my plan. 1, 2, 3 equals ABC. ABC equals 1, 2, 3. Now, when you're planning for your finance, you need to be able to learn to save. Saving will help you guys. And before somebody come after me, yeah, back in the old days, saving used to mean something. Guess what, sweet cheeks? I said what I said. You got to be able to learn how to start saving sooner than later, okay? Here's the thing. It's better late than never, but when you're saving, right, when you're having a little bit of money on the side, you paid all your bills, 2/3 of it goes into saving. This is your rainy day money. This is what happens. This is for emergencies, okay? Not for emergency meals or whatever. This is for if I have to go to the doctor, if I need to have a vacation money, if I need to be able to go get surgery, or if I need extra money for groceries or whatever, okay? Not Uber, not Lyft. I mean, if you have to, fine. But this is for emergency only. 2/3 of your money goes there. The leftover, okay? The leftover is what you're doing for saving. 2/3 of leftover goes to saving. 1/3 or 1/2 goes into your pocket, okay? Each time you put a little bit away, a little bit away, a little bit away, it adds and grows. Makes it bigger, bigger, bigger for your saving. Eventually, you'll have a few hundreds or a few thousands saved aside, okay? Now, again, guys, follow what you want to do career-wise. Financially, you should do something that makes your heart happy, all right? Don't go over there and live for other people. This is going to come in throughout your reading, Saji, because basically you're daydreaming and wishfully thinking about something, but it's also tied to something that you want to do, and you are afraid or you're not really doing it because you're scared people won't accept you or what, okay? Sometimes our loved ones will never understand who we are, and it sucks. Sometimes there's certain loved ones or friends or family or workers or whatever that choose to be ignorant, choose to try to take down people's life and prey down against them. Know who to share yourself with, know who to be 100% yourself with, and know who to be that 25%, okay? Not everybody deserves to know who you really are. That doesn't mean that you should hide yourself. It just means that your life and you living your thing, okay? Not everybody's going to be able to celebrate that with you, okay? Now, saving is going to be an important thing for your finance. That's what it also ties into, but doing things that you love to do. To make money, follow your passion. Live your life for yourself, okay? Now, we're going to go into your love life. Communication, ethics, and introspection. Half of you guys have been hurt in your relationship. Past, present, or afraid of being hurt in the future, okay? Some of y'all have been lied to. Some of y'all been mistreated. Okay, so you've been lied to. They're not honest. They're not truthful. They're not somebody that you can rely on. You feel like you've been robbed, or they may have robbed you physically, metaphorically, whatever it may have been. But it was not a nice relationship. This has caused you to have communication ethics and introspection. Communicating with myself and other people. What I want for myself, what I don't want for myself. What are my standards? What will I compromise on? What will I stand on and not bend? Okay? Boundaries. Boundaries are a beautiful thing. They help us with a lot of stuff. Not everybody is going to respect your boundaries. The ones who do not respect your boundaries can go. Get used to telling people bye. Okay? Because some people are not worth our times. And when I say this, I'm not trying to be nasty or mean or evil or whatever it may be. I'm trying to be honest. Okay? Some people want us to be exactly what they want us to be. They have this image of what we should be for them. Sometimes we sacrifice our life because we're living as our mom or our dad or our grandfather or aunties and uncles want us to be. We're marrying a person because that's what the family wants. We're having children because that's what is the image of our friends and our family and our loved ones and in society, right? I'm about to be 30 this year. So by now I should be married with a husband, having 3 or 4 children, have a healthy relationship, and, be a housewife. For somebody comes after me, mind you guys, I am from Africa and I was raised in the States. So this is not coming from just Western style belief. This is also like African traditional belief. You're not like at 30, you marry young, you hear me? You have children young. You build a family young, and that way you can grow it and have more, your children's children and things of that nature. But marriage is going to be a thing. Every man and woman should be married to each other. And with Western style belief, you can marry who you want, okay? Which I'm not even going to tackle into that. For the sake of all that's good and holy, we will have that conversation. And when we do, guys, because again, YouTube, I'm going to be talking more freely than I would on my other accounts, just to be tackling all the things that I like to do. And I always warn you guys that if you're not for it, then please don't follow, or not that to not follow, but do not watch this particular video, because this video may be sensitive to other people. My point is that we live our lives for other people. We do not live our lives for ourselves. You have your life. Your life, Sagittarius. What do you want for yourself is going to be your main question. Who you should be reliable to in a relationship. Because you need to be able to communicate with your partner. You need to be able to have somebody that matches your personality and matches your heart and also teaches you different ways of thinking. You need to have somebody that is healthy for you and also test you. Your partner, whoever she, he, they, or them, whoever, okay? And of course, I mean that with respect, okay? I'm not going over there, oh my God, it should be this way because that's how a relationship is. Listen, love who you want to love, baby. Be who you want to be. So long as you're not out here being a mass menace to society, hurting people, and being a prick dick, you have my absolute approval to be the best you can be and to be authentic and true. Not everyone's going to be there for you, baby, and that's okay. Okay? Again, for your relationship, be with people that make you happy. Be with somebody that you can trust. Be with someone who can communicate, understand you, and love you for who you are, not just the surface, but the depths, okay? All right. Now, for family, carrying burdens, responsibility, and debt. You guys know that you're going to get nagged, okay? I'm going to be like, what are you nagging me for this time? I am nagging you because you need to tap into teamwork for your family. You need to ask people for help. You need to ask for help, baby. I need assistance on doing this. Can you give me a hand? How about we all do this together? Saggies, you are strong, you are courageous, you are brave, you are guys are absolute bosses. But every boss needs a team. Everybody, because I say this because you guys are very independent. You guys like to do things on your own. You don't want to have repetition. You want to have adventures. You want to have excitement, right? And that's beautiful. But you can't go over there and do everything by yourself. Sometimes it's better to have a team. Now, before you get me hit with like, oh, but they're not hardworking. Nobody can be able to do the work that I want them to do because listen, don't just get any person to work with you. Get the people that you know without a shadow of a doubt can work hard. You know what I mean? Like, they're hard workers. They can do it. There's no half-butting anything. Excuse me for my French, but there's no half-assing it. All right? It's either all the way or no way. It's yes or no. Stay or go. What do you need, boss? This is what I need. ABC, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, sure, we got it. Okay? Get people that you can work with to help you without being bombarded with all of this stress. Because your family probably relies on you, okay? Or you feel like you owe your family a lot of things. And you don't want to go over there and do things against the family. The reason why I'm saying with your passions is because the Two of Hearts, pops up for your job, pops up for your finance, pops up for your romance, pops up for family, pops up for spiritual, pops up for the thing that's going to help you with your greatest obstacle, passion, okay? Attraction. Deep attraction is what this card means, but it also stands for passion. What do you want? You're going to hear me say this all through your reading, Saggies. You're going to be annoyed, but just hear me out, okay? It also pops up for January, okay? So, anyways, going around, right, you're going to need to be able to get people to help you out with your family. Let them know that there's some things that you can't be doing, that you can't help them as much as you have, that it's okay, all right? And I think that it's really different when it comes to people of different countries, because the majority of us, before y'all come for me, I'm not saying that is a lack of Western style belief. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that in America, you're able to talk to your family a little bit more freer versus if you go to Africa, okay? Africa is a beautiful continent. It has lovely countries. People are really cool, but we're traditional. You don't talk to your mom and your dad about the problems that you don't like them doing. You live your life based on what your family wants you to be. You marry the type of person that they would want you to be. And a lot of people come against me and disagree with me, but if we really sit down and talk, if you decided to be single like me in your late 20s and going to be in there for your 30s, you will always get hit with the question as why you're not married. Why haven't you settled down? Is there anybody in your life? When are you going to have children? When am I going to have grandbabies? Right? I want to be able to do this one. Well, what is your occupation? Is that what you're doing? You're doing that? Oh, that's not, honey, that's not a real job. You need to be able to do a doctor or be a lawyer or be a construction worker, be a welder and have somebody with thick grand figures and make sure that you're marrying a man that's this way and that way and this. Who's living whose life? Now, before you guys come for me, some of you guys are not living to your truest, you're not living to the truest person you can be, all right? You're not living your way of life. You're living for somebody else. You guys are going to have resentment against your family for that because you can't be able to do what you want. You feel like you're stuck and it's going to create anger. Instead of daydreaming and wishfully thinking about the life that you want for yourself, go after it. Some of your family will understand. Some of them will not. If you can't be honest and open with some of your family, then try to be able to not be so open about all the things that you do. It's okay. I get it. More ways than you guys could possibly understand. I kind of get where you're coming from. It's scary because you want them to be with you, but you're scared of what they'll do. You don't want to go back home, right? Especially if you're from a different country. You're living your life the way that you want to, and some of your life choices or who you are as a person, right? Let's go for that. It's just not who they want you to be and is not acceptable in the culture. I get it. I do. But you're going to be miserable and angry if you don't live your truth. So you do what you will, okay? Now, with friendship, you are going to need, okay, this. You daydream and wishfully think to be with people that care about you and want you to have the best that you can have, right? Support you and love you. And you need to be patient, wise. No, you need to be organized. You need to have organization and moving quickly. Some of you guys haven't seen your friends in a really long time and you're planning and wanting to visit them. Some of you guys do not have friends and you need somebody you would like to have somebody that is a friend that celebrates you, that you enjoy being around, right? Some of you guys want that in a friendship. Some of you guys have those in a friend, but you haven't seen them because you guys have moved out, right? Either out of country, out of state, you guys are far, communications can be weird. I get it, I do. Moving, like visiting family in Africa and visiting family in the States can be really weird because I get to stay in one area, right, for a long period of time. And then if I get a chance to go back to one of them, then I try to make sure that I can stay as long as I can. But going back and forth can be tricky. Of course, I miss my family in Africa or I miss my family in the States. And I would love to see my friends. Well, I say friends, but I mean like, No. I mean, I got like 3 or 4. So yeah. I miss my friends too, but hopefully if you guys save enough and work towards it, you can be able to see them again. It just means planning, okay? So when you're organizing and you're moving quickly, you planned it out, and now we're executing the plan. There's no waiting and watering. Oh, well, maybe next time. I don't know. Listen, yes or no, stay or go. It's all the way or no way, all right? So there. Now for your spiritual, okay? We're going to pull out the cards. Hold on. You know what? I don't even want to look up there. Okay, so yeah. For spiritual, let's just go and pull them out. I'm sorry, universe. Just to make sure. All right. So for organization, moving quickly is what you're doing for your spiritual. What is the cause of Sagittarius spiritual? Empathy and turning inward. Empathy is the ability to feel numb and hollow and empty. When we are overwhelmed, overstressed, right? Our body tends to shut down, much like a computer or phone or technology in general. When you shut down, you restart, right? When you shut down, you go on autopilot. So you're not playing you anymore. You're playing the side character. And you go day by day doing the same old routine. And sometimes you'll hear us say when we have empathy, oh, Saggy, how are you doing today? Oh, man, I'm doing okay, but I feel so empty and dead inside. My job is really stressing me out. And you guys make a joke about it, man. Make it a joke. Yeah, because that's what we do. We do jokes. Making a joke about it and just being silly and that nature. But little does everybody know, you really don't feel anything at all. You're just hollow. You're empty. You got nothing left to give because you're overwhelmed and you're stressed. Okay. Now, being able to turn inward means working through that empathy. So the reason why you're organizing and moving quickly is because you're trying to get yourself in a better headspace, but also in a better emotional headspace. For whatever reason, I believe that it's mental. All right, communication, ethics, and introspection. Again, this is also what was up for your love life, all right? The King of Spades. So it's communication, ethics, and introspection. Introspection is this. Okay, have you guys ever been around a very aggressive, very angry, very dominating person, right? And you wonder, why is this person always all up in my grill, right? Like, why are they all up in my business? Why are they always telling me what to do? Why are they trying to control me, boss me, and whatever? Because they're scared. A lot of people who are very controlling or very dominating and aggressive come from a place of fear. And that fear is due to pain. And that pain is caused by something. Because they didn't deal with the pain turned into sadness. The sadness turned into anger. The anger turned into rage. The rage turned into control. Control turned into dominance. Dominance turned into you do what I say at all times. If I say jump, all you have to ask is how high. When I say 20 feet, you jump 4,000. Like that just type of like in your face kind of energy, right? We all know somebody like that. If you haven't, may you never run into those people, because those people are a real piece of work. And I'm being nice when I say that, okay? I could have said something a lot worse. But being able to communicate and understand yourself in a deeper level, be able to express yourself, and be able to tie into your morals. Ethics is just morals. What is morals? Character. What's your personality? What's your character code? I believe, again, everybody should be treated with respect. Every man and woman and child should be treated with respect. I do not care about your religion, on who you believe. I'm not going to judge you for that. I'm not going to judge you for your political, who you're married to, who do you like, whatever it may be. I'm not here to judge anybody. Again, this channel, this platform that I have for YouTube is a safe space for any and all people. As long as you're not hurting people, hurting children, and doing bad things to animals, I don't care. And I'm not saying that I don't care about you guys. I'm just saying that I'm not here to be a judgy, judgmental prick. That's just not what I'm here for. Okay? Because we're all human beings at the end of the day, whether we're artificial or organic. We all have hopes, dreams, admirations, and feelings. So, yeah. Communicating what you want, being able to work through some hard stuff will help you out a lot in your spiritual growth. Okay. What is the outcome for Sagittarius? Sorry, guys. Thank you. I know that you guys probably didn't know, but I had to pause it really quick. So, anyways. All right. What is the outcome for Sagittarius spiritual? Resentment and a turning point. So you're clearly moving past something, but you're using organization to go for it. I thought it was, I want to say it's spiritual, personal, and mental for you guys, for your spiritual outcome, just because, like, again, empathy is more of like an emotional disability kind of thing. And it's not necessarily a disability, okay? But it's also a sign of like depression, anxiety, overthinking, panic attacks, and things of that nature. Like, it's something upstairs and something in your heart that needs to be checked. That makes sense. Like, check your mind and check your heart, because there may be, like, it's a beginning symptom or it's a sign that you need to get your mind and your heart checked, because you may have a mental or emotional disability or emotional and mental health problem. Okay? That doesn't mean that you're a broken person because you have anxiety and depression. You are fine, baby. Don't stress it. Sometimes things don't work the way that we want, and that's okay. All right? Now, that being said, when it comes to resentment, it comes with hate, okay? When we hate somebody with a thick passion, or we don't love ourselves enough to go over there and do what we like, we need to work on that. Firstly and foremost, you should always forgive and love yourself. Now, if you guys ever hear me talk about forgiveness, it will always be about forgiving yourself. I have a few people in this world I will never forgive. So I don't feel like I have the right to talk about forgiveness and turning the other cheek and what would the heavenly higher ups do, you know? Like, listen, some people don't deserve our forgiveness. Some people do not deserve the salt on our table. They do not deserve the seat by us. They deserve to go far away, stay in your lane, and you stay the flip away from mine, okay? There won't be none as long as you don't start any. That's a mean thing to say, but it's true. So when you're having like a turning point, you're understanding what is going to be for you and what is not going to be there for you. Am I going to hold on to this negativity, or I'm going to let it go, wash my hands, and work on doing better? What are we going to be doing? Because I can't be doing this. You know what I mean? Like, no. Let go of your empathy. Work on allowing yourself to feel the emotions that you need. Take it as long as you need. Take time. Some emotions are hard. Have a good cry. Have a good scream. Get your mattress off your bed. Punch that mattress. Kick it. Scream into it. Get a baseball bat and beat it. You can't beat people. Okay, beating people is wrong. But you can well on that mattress. Okay, I've done it. Okay, maybe I haven't done it. But like, you know, go out, run, scream, shout, cry. It's okay. Get it out of your system if you're upset and angry, but work on forgiving yourself for being with people that weren't worth your time, okay? And also focus on what makes you happy and what doesn't make you happy. Whatever's not making you happy, either let it go or work through it, okay? Now, that being said, we are going to tackle why this month, February and March is going to be about untruthfulness, untrustworthiness, and theft. What's going on there? What is the cause of January, February, March theme for Sagittarius? What is the cause for all this untruthfulness, untrustworthiness, and theft? Nightmare, worry, problem, and guilt. Mind you guys, this was also the same thing for your job. So whatever is causing you to have untruthfulness, untrustworthiness, and theft, victory and achievement is what would help you. Endurance, diligence, and strength is what your outcome is going to be like, okay? So, Jesus. I just have the funkiest time, guys, with all of this. Sweet Jehoshaphat. Alrighty. Yeah, endurance, diligence, and strength. So let's get into it, okay? The reason why you're having untruthfulness, untrustworthiness, and theft is due to stress, okay? Worry, problems, and guilt. So have you been letting go of people that have not been worth your time? Let me get into it more. What is the cause of the nightmare, worry, problem, and guilt? Who's stressing out Sagittarius, man? Unreliability and taking risks, which is your greatest theme for 2025, okay? So I'm digging into more of why you're having nightmare, worry, problem, and guilt. It is caused by unreliable and taking risk. You may be dealing with immature people. Solution for that. Recuperation, recovery, so taking your time. Weaving out nasty people. Once in a rare moon, I do like another reading on Pana reading, because I can be able to get into more information. Planning and preparing is what's going to help you out. So let's get into it, okay? Okay. I sit down on the ground kind of, so like I always have to move around quite a bit. Yeah, so let's get into it. The reason why Okay, for whatever reason, right? You're dealing with people who are not reliable, who do not say what they need to say, mean what they mean, okay? And it's freaking you out. You're overwhelmed and you're tired of dealing with these specific people, whether it is family, whether it is friends, whether it's a coworker, whether it's a boss, whatever it may be. You don't want to be surrounded by people that lie all the time. That makes sense. You don't want to be somebody that you can't trust, someone that makes you feel like you've been robbed of time, robbed of belongings, robbed of things. And this is because they're unreliable and they like taking unnecessary risks. You need to take a break and sit down and really think who is for you and who is not. Recuperation and recovery is what's going to help you with unreliable people who are giving you nightmare, worry, problem, and guilt, which is causing untruthfulness, untrustworthiness, and theft for February through March. So this month, next month, and March, the main themes for you guys is going to be untruthfulness, untrustworthiness, and theft, okay? So how do we get past that? Get rid of unrealistic people, okay? When you're taking time to rest or have your time, plan and prepare for who is meant to be with you. Planning and preparing while you're resting and recuperating. So take your time to sit down with yourself and be like, who's really worth my time this year? Because like I said before, 2025 is already here. Whether we're ready for it or not, it's here. It's now. We're in it. And as this year is starting to kick up and start and begin, who is going to be with us for 2026? Who's worth our time, Saggy? If they're not reliable, if they are lying and being untruthful and shady and sus, why are we dealing with them? Oh, Nyx, they're my family. Nyx, we've been friends for a long time. Nyx, I want to help people and I don't want to go over there and abandon them. Listen here, you can help people. Believe and receive, you can help people, baby. But you cannot kill yourself for the sake of the people. Some people are not worth your time. Some people do not deserve communication. Some people do not deserve to know what's going on in your life, all right? And when you plan and prepare, you're letting go of nasty things. Because I want you guys to understand, people will curse you. Whether it's through witchcraft, whether through its prayer, whether through its energy, whether through its just negative thoughts. People will take your energy away, make you mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually sick, and still try to leech off of you. Okay? Energy vampires are real. Okay? They're real. There are vampires that take off lust. There's vampires that take off of fear. There's vampires that take off of happiness. There's vampires that are like the original vampires. But there's different types of people, energy vampires or not, that take a lot off of you. They suck your life force out and they leave you drained, exhausted, and stressed. Why are we allowing people to stress us out? You deserve better. I don't know you. I don't know your name. But my gosh, honey, baby and darling, you deserve better. Okay? Victory and achievements is what will help you with this nightmare, worry, problem, and guilt. Endurance, diligence, and strength is your outcome. So by having your time, energy, and effort put into the things that you want to have victory and achievements for and accomplish, taking out unrealistic people, planning and preparing for what you want, who's going to be in your life, who's not going to be in your life, you will get victory and achievements. You will get peace of mind. All right? Your peace of mind, baby, comes in front of anybody and all people all the time. No matter what. You deserve to have peace of mind. All right? Now, we are going to go into January, February, March, April, May, and June. April, May, and June is all about giving and receiving money, obtaining resources. So we're entering 2025 with untruthfulness, untrustworthiness, and theft, dealing with who's supposed to be with us, who is not supposed to be with us, right? And we're entering the second half of the year, or I guess the first half of the year, with giving, receiving money, obtaining resources. How is that working? What is the cause for April, May, and June? I thought we had like 2 of them. What is the cause for April, May, and June? Failure to communicate. Okay. Are you kicking people out because some people are using you for money? I know it sounds so mean, but like there are some greedy, evil people in this world, bro. And the worst part is that because they can't accept or take responsibility for their actions, right? They are the first people to be like, oh my gosh, it wasn't me, I'm the victim. And I'm like, are you really the victim? Or are you just like, you know, a butthead, you know? Out here being a turd. Excuses for my French, man, but like, people are on some levels. New ideas is what's going to help you out with the miscommunication. It's also going to help you with your finance, baby. Victory and achievements. Oh, independence and self-reliance. Okay. Let's get into it. Okay. I mean, okay. I'm going to put this down for a second. Hold on. Because I try to use different types of card decks. So just a moment, guys. Hold on a cotton picking second. Where's the Joker of Diamonds, man? I will figure out these card decks in just a second. They kind of got jumbled up a bit. So, yeah. Just a moment. She says to you guys. All right. Thank you. Putting you over. Okay. Now, because this is what's going to help you for like July through September. Anyways, let's tackle. My God, I'm tongue-tied today. Let us tackle April, May, and June. All right, Sagis. Failure to communicate. It is what's causing you to give and receive money, obtain resources. So clearly, you're making big plans. You're running on new ideas, but you're not telling people about it. And I feel like it's kind of like, you know that there are certain people, right, that will be gossiping about you, or like you're just trying to go over there and surprise your enemies. So like, look, I have these big plans. I'm going to tackle this. I'm going to hustle and hustle. And when I go over there and I shine, I'm successful, I got all this going on for me, they will never know my next move. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to do me, but you guys will never be able to know my move. You're never going to be able to know what I'm doing because I'm not telling you what I'm doing. That being said, that's great, okay? But you're doing this alone. Independence and self-reliance is what you're doing with new ideas, okay? And you're not talking about it. You're going over there, you're working hard, you're doing your own stuff, and you're going to be able to receive and gain money. You're working on getting financial stability, but you're keeping it with yourself. Very few, if not anybody, knows what you're really up to, but April, May, and June is going to be the time of finessing and hustling. I'm going to hustle and I'm going to grind. I'm going to work really hard and I'm going to be successful. I'm going to have money and I'm going to be financially stable, right? But nobody knows what you're doing. Great wealth and inheritance is the main theme for July, August, and September. This is due to hard work and reliability. So you're working hard and making sure things are falling through for you. Juggling resources, waiting on results. Okay? You're making sure that you have lots of resources out there. You're waiting to see which one falls into place. On. Wisdom, patience, and diplomacy is your outcome. So let's get into it. Oh, heavens. I took this thing, didn't I? Oh, Mary, what do we do with you? All right. There we go. All right. So like I was saying, for July, August, and September, okay? Juggling resources, great wealth and inheritance. You are working hard and being reliable to get this money. To be able to have something to fall back on to give you like oomph. And with April, May, and June being all about giving, receiving money, obtaining resources, you're getting great wealth and inheritance, okay? This is all that's going to be directing you into getting what you want and how you want it and to save. When it involves money, it is very important that you learn how to save. I don't want to hear that I'm 43 years old and I'm too old to save. Well, I'm 19 and I don't see the importance of it. Listen, I don't care if you're 99 or if you're 18 or 17. Learn to save your money. Great wealth and inheritance does not fall in the sky. You can work all you want, but if you're not saving that money, if you're not putting in something that can grow, right? I'm not talking about stocks and all that. I'm not talking about putting it in CDs. Now, if you learn how to do all that, financial stability in that way, like, oh, I put it in the stock market, I put it in a CD or DC or whatever, fine. But know what you're getting into before you just randomly pick a stock and start gambling with your money. All right? Put it in a savings account. Put it in a savings account. And don't touch that money unless it's an emergency, unless it's a necessity. Not that, oh, I want to get my hair done, so I'm going to use my savings. No. I have to go to the doctor. I need surgery. I have saved up for this vacation so I can finally go over there and travel around the world. Okay, now that's something I can understand. But you can go over there, go to the store, get your hair dyed, get yourself some scissors, make peace with your God and goddesses, and do your hair, baby. Or at least ask somebody that knows how to do the hair, okay? Like there are places that you can get your hair done looking cute without having to pay thousands and thousands of dollars, okay? Look, you look beautiful just the way that you are. Yes, everybody wants to treat themselves, but in this day economy, right? The way that we're living, the world that we're living in, it's going to take a lot of just prayers and hope, okay? Now that being said, juggling resources and waiting on results. Make sure that, again, you're saving, okay? Be wise with your money. Be patient with yourself and be diplomatic. Diplomatic, believe it or not, when somebody's has diplomacy, right? You're able to compromise. You're a master compromiser. So that means that I combine my idea with your idea. That we try your idea and then we try mine. Or we agree to disagree and we just go about it that way. Like, look, I'm not going to move. You're not going to move. So if we're really not going to go anywhere, let's just agree to disagree and try something else. Because clearly we're not going to agree on what we're supposed to be doing here. And that's fine. Everybody feels like if you're compromising, you have to agree with somebody's listen. Sometimes there's no agreement. It is what it is. There's sometimes no agreement. Okay? And it's fine. Now, that being said, make sure to not give up on yourself, but keep working hard. Write things down. Make sure that you write down your savings. Make sure that you set a little goal that each month I'm going to put this much away. And when I do that, then I can be able to buy myself this, okay? Now we are going to tackle what the last 3 months of this year will be for you guys. Loss and despair is going to be the main theme for October, November, and December, okay? So we're working in this year, January, February, March, untruthfulness, untrustworthiness, and theft. Then we're entering giving and receiving money, obtaining resources, great wealth and inheritance, okay? And then we're ending it with loss and despair. So what's causing the loss and despair? What's up? Romance and new friendships. So you may be losing old people and getting new people. Like sometimes we let go of the old people who are not meant to be with us, and we enter with new people who are. Organization, intelligence, and cleverness is what's going to be happening. So this is going to be helping you with romance and new friendship. It's organizing, intelligence, and cleverness, right? We're going to be smart about who we open up to, who we connect with, who we want with ourselves, and who we don't want, okay? Sorry, guys, my phone is cracked. Dependability and practicality is going to be your outcome for the last 3 months, all right? So let's get into it. Let's get into it, bodacious Saggies. Man, I think it's gonna rain, or it's just kind of like a cloudy day today. It's not been nasty, but it's been something. I need to make tea for tonight. Luckily for me, I'll probably be up all night. I've been drinking tea all day. Oh, I love the spices. All right. So again, with loss and despair, it's due to romance and new friendship. When it comes to romance, it ties into passion and love, okay? So when I have romantic feelings, I am in love. I'm feeling happy. These are things that I love to do. Like, for example, right? It doesn't have to mean that you have to be with somebody. Now, for some of you guys, maybe a relationship will happen later on this year, okay? While you're doing your own thing, figuring out what you want for yourself, doing your own life, you're going to be like, okay, well, you know what? I can actually be around people that are like this. Then you find a new friend and you create a relationship and a partnership, and it becomes something beautiful. Remember, our love life, right? Like our partners that we are with romantically or more closer, right? Not like in a familiar way, not in a friendship way, not in a platonic way, but in a romantic, loving kind of way. There used to be strangers. All our friends before we became like best buddies were strangers, okay? We just met somebody, right, out of the blue, and we're like, you know what? This person is gonna be my buddy. All right, yeah. You're my buddy now. I choose you. Like Pokemon. Instead of throwing like a Pokeball at them, you just be like, I choose you to be my buddy, to be my friend, to be my lifelong partner in crime. You. I don't know what about you that I like, but I like you, right? And then somehow you get to know each other, things go well, and then, you know, one thing after another, they're your best friend, they're your partner, they're your ride and die, they're everything to you. But they all started off with somebody you didn't know. So with new friendship and romance, it can go that way. It can also mean by you finding new people, hanging out with other people that meet your energy, that radiate with you, that make your spirit feel happy and peaceful. You're having that going on. Again, that means that you're letting go of old things and opening up new things. Now with organization, intelligence, and cleverness, please remember, intelligence is not always of the mind. It is of the mind, the heart, the body, the spirit, okay? All four of them are connected. If your mind is not working right, your heart is not going to work right. If your heart and mind are not getting along, your body's going to fall down. If your body's falling down, your mind doesn't know what's going on, your heart's overwhelmed, your spirit is confused. It's discombobulated. It doesn't know what's going on. All right? Work on getting with people that are mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually cool with you. Okay? How do I know I'm supposed to, how do I know if I found the one? This is how you know how you found the one for your people, your tribe with your vibe, right? Vibe with your tribe is a real thing. Your vibration, your energy, your spirit, your intuition will say, something's up with this person. You just reject them. All right? If your body, your heart, your mind, your emotion is rejecting this person, you don't like them, something feels off. Okay, something feels off, something feels weird, something feels like very uncomforting, very unsettling. Listen to it. Listen to your intuition, baby, because I promise you, your intuition will always be on point. Excuse me, guys. I will be right back. I'm going to pause it really fast. Thank you, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, yeah, like I was saying, make sure that you're smart, you take your time. And if they can go over there and be where your mind is, be similar with your heart, like you guys have same interest, and it's just somebody that you vibe and just feel comfortable and calm with, okay? If you're not calm, if something seems a little bit off, leave. At the same time, take it slow. Connections do not build up fast. And if they build up fast, be careful. A lot of things that are too good to be true normally are, okay? So make sure that is, at the end of the day, is somebody reliable, practical, and dependable, okay? So practicality and dependability, all right? That's what this is. Make sure it's somebody you can rely on, someone you can count on, someone that makes sense, not some confusing kind of what, all right? Now I'm going to put it up here. We are going to tackle the last 3 of your cards, okay? Daydreaming and wishful thinking is going to be your biggest obstacle. You're going to be hoping and wishing for certain things and you may be too scared to take a chance, okay? Honey, baby, darling, angel. You need to take a chance if you want things to be different. You cannot be doing the same thing continual, non-stop, all right? All right. What is the cause of this daydreaming and wishful thinking? Organization, intelligence, and cleverness, which is exactly what's going to be helping you for the last 3 months, okay, of this year. You need to be organized, Sachi. You need to make sure that you get yourself together and not so spread out and thin. Deep attraction is going to help you guys out. Deep attraction is going to help you out with this problem. It's come out twice. What is the outcome? Oh, Jesus. Unreliability and taking risk. All right. I want you guys to understand that this is also, I know there's 2 of them, right? Where does she keep on coming up with these cards? I promise you guys one of these days you'll see how the cards are like arranged, but until that day happens, I can just say that I put out, like I use 3 types of card decks or more just to pull out the readings when it comes to like readings like these, okay? Unreliability and taking risks is going to be your main theme. So don't be paying attention to unreliable, unrealistic, like here's the thing. If they're not reliable people, if they're not reliable to you, if you cannot depend on them, if you can't count on them, leave them. Leave them. You are not reliable to me. You lie to me all the time. Now, I understand if someone has to lie to you because they're trying to protect you. I can understand. There's some things that some of our families and friends should never know. Because the truth is far more damaging than than just me kind of evading it or being like, oh, you know, it's not that bad. I can see sometimes how a lie can help. All right. But if they're not going to be there for you, if they're not giving you what you're giving them, leave them. Whether it's family, whether it's friends, if it's a toxic, abusive friend, family, loved one, partnership, whatever, go. You don't need them. Follow what you love to do. A deep attraction is passion. What do I have love for? I love to read my cards. Okay. I love to do witchy spiritual things. I love healing people, and I love being able to figure out and learn new things. Okay. I like that. That's what I like. That's what I have a passion for. And I'm doing that with my job. Marikuma Healing allows me to heal and help and do all sorts of stuff spiritually. And it's really cool and fun. Okay. I'm not going to deal with unrealistic people. Be able to take a chance on yourself, but plan and organize before you jump in. Don't jump into something that you don't know what you're getting into. Know what you're getting into. If that's something that you want, then go for it. If it is something that you don't want, don't do it. Okay? All in all, that ties into your reading, Saggies. Next up, we're going to tackle Taurus. All right? Stay tuned for more. Thank you guys so much. And before I go, just another thing. I know. You guys love it when I go over there and keep on yapping. Another thing is that if you guys would like to have your own personal reading, but you don't want to pay $20 or $6 for it. $27, you get 3 card readings of your choices of anything you want that is not year related. Okay. If it's like a 2025 reading, like what we're doing right now, $25 for any year readings. Okay. Past, present, and future readings of the years. You guys let me know. It'll be $25. And for 27, 3 card readings, 2 palms read. All right. So I can read your dominant hand, your less dominant hand. I can read a couples. If you want, I will FaceTime you guys, and then I will talk to you guys one-on-one. And if that's something you're interested in, please let me know. Another special, well, it's not necessarily a special, but it's how my advice and counseling is. If you want a counselor or an advisor, right? You want to have somebody that you can go to like a therapist, but you don't want to go over there and drive all the way. Look no further. I also offer counseling. All right. So for a month, right? It's $20. For a week, it can be $6. You guys choose the time and the dates that you want. And for a whole week, depending on what you like, it'll be $6. And for the whole month, depending on the dates that you guys want, it can be $20. All right. And for just regular palm readings, 1 hand is $6, 2 is $20. That being said, stay tuned for more. Don't forget to subscribe. You know you want to. So you can follow more videos and have more things. If we get 50 subscribers, we'll finally be able to do lives. And if we do 100, we will start our podcast, Dark Minds and Butterflies, where we talk about any and all things. All right. And you guys can be part of the guest. All right. This time for real. Peace out, guys. Slay the day, be happy, be gay, and be free. I love you guys. Bye.